here. Brother home comes soon.
Who's McCullough home?
He's sort of the Prime Minister. The King's right-hand man, you might say.
Do you suppose he's coming soon?
I don't know, ma'am, but if I may be allowed to offer you a word of warning.
What is it, Captain?
The man has power, and he can use it for you or against you.
Captain, I really don't think...
I'm just telling you, ma'am. I think you should know.
Thanks, Captain.
Now, I'll just wait over there until the crawler home comes. He may wish to speak to you alone. Just call me if you need.
You make it sound most mysterious and dangerous, Captain.
I'll be there if you need me.
Mother, Father would not like us to be afraid, would he? No, Louis, Father would not have liked us to be afraid. Not ever. Mother, does anything ever frighten you? Sometimes. What do you do? I whistle. Oh, that's why you whistle. Yes, Louis, that's why I whistle. Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune, so no one will suspect I'm afraid. While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune, and no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the trick will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are. You may be as brave as you make believe you are.
I wouldn't be whistling like that if I were you, ma'am. The crawler home might think it's disrespectful.
Was I whistling? Sorry, I didn't realize.
Sir, the crawler home wish to know, are you lady who will be schoolmistress to royal children?
Yes,
Have you friends in Bangkok?
I know no one in Bangkok at all.
Sir, the crawler home wish to know, are you married?
I am a widow.
What manner of man? Your deceased husband.
My husband was an officer of Her Majesty's Army in... Tell your master that his business with me is in my capacity as school teacher to the royal children. He has no right to pry into my personal affairs.
Ma'am, I don't think I
And
would.
he hasn't, Captain Alton. I don't like that man.
In foreign countries, it's best you like everyone until you leave.
Your Excellency, I had no idea you spoke English.
It's not necessary for you to know everything at once. You come with me now. Your boxes carry to palace later.
Oh, no, not to the palace. I am not living at the palace.
Who
The
said?
king said. The king has promised me £20 a month and a house of my own.
King do not always remember what he promised. If I tell King he break promise, it will make anger in him. And I think it's better I make anger in him about larger matter.
All I want is 10 minutes audience with him.
King very busy now. New Year's celebration just finishing. fireworks every night. Cremation of late queen just starting.
You have lost your queen. Why, I'm so sorry. When did she die?
4 years ago. With cremation ceremony come also fireworks.
Well, what am I to do in the meantime?
In the meantime, you wait in the palace.
Your Excellency, I will teach in the palace, but I must have a house of my own where I can go at the end of the day when my duties are over.
What you wish to do in evening that cannot be done in the palace?
How dare you? I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I don't think you understand. I came here to work. Well, I must support myself and my young son, and I shall take nothing less than what I have been promised.
You will tell King this?
I will tell King this.
Will be very interesting meeting. You come now, or you go back to boat. I do not care.
The man, if you wish to reboard my ship and return to
No,
Singapore.
thank you, Captain Orton. Your Excellency, I will let you. I have made a bargain and I shall live up to my part of it, but I expect the bargain to be kept on both sides. I shall go with you
You will leave in the palace?
for the time being. Goodbye, Captain Orton, and thank you very much for everything. Goodbye, Captain.
Goodbye, Nellie, and good luck.
Well. I have been meaning to speak to you about English school teacher. She is waiting to see you.
She is in Siam.
How long? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? She has needed the disciplining, Your Majesty. She objects to living in palace. Talk about house. She say you promised her.
I do not recollect such promise. Tell her I will see her. I will see her in a moment.
Your Majesty, this is Lun Tha, emissary from court of Burma.
Ah, you are here for copying the famous Bangkok temple. I have given permission.
He bring you present from Prince of Burma.
Am I to trust a ruler of Burma? Am I to trust this present they sent me? Or is she a spy?
I am not a spy. My name is Captain. You are pleased that I speak English? My name is Captain.
for bringing to Siam what is good on Western culture. Already I have bring printing press here. For printing.
Yes, I know, Your Majesty.
How do you know?
Before I signed our agreement, I found out all I could about Your Majesty's ambition for Siam.
Ha! This is scientific. You are pleased with your apartments in palace?
Yes, Your Majesty, they are quite comfortable for the time being. But my young son and I have found it rather confining, with Amazons guarding the doors and not permitting us to leave our quarters.
Strangers cannot be allowed to roam around palace before presentment to king. You could look out of windows.
We have done so, Your Majesty. We have seen the various New Year's celebrations, royal cremation ceremonies, etc., etc., etc.
Etc.? What is this etc.?
According to the dictionary, it means and all the rest, Your Majesty. All the things you have been doing while we were waiting. Fireworks.
Best fireworks I ever see at funeral. How you like my acrobat?
Splendid, Your Majesty. Best acrobats I've ever seen at a funeral.
Have children prepare for presentation to school teacher.
How many children have you, Your Majesty?
I have only 67 altogether. I begin very late. But you shall not teach all of them. You shall teach only children of mothers who are in favor with king, which at present are very few indeed. Ah, Lady Tia. Madam Leonore, this is Lady Tia, head wife.
There is a happy land far, far away, where saints in glory stand bright, bright as day. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Miss on Mary. Oh, a missionary taught you English. Yes, sir. Miss on Mary.
Lady Tia, you will help Madam Leonore with her school teaching, and she, in her turn, will teach you the better English.
Your Majesty.
She is grateful to me for my kindness.
I see. Your Majesty, in our agreement...
You, Duncan, you already speak well the English. She arrived today. She is present to me from Burma, Prince.
She is a present. Madam, you have English books I can read? Of course I have.
I wish most to read a book called The Small House of Uncle Dolma. It's by American lady, Harriet Beecher Stowe.
A woman has written a book?
Oh, a very wonderful book, Your Majesty. An American book all about slavery.
Ha! President Lincoln against slavery, no? Me too. Slavery, very bad thing. I think you will teach my wives, too. Those wives who are in royal favor.
Very well, Your Majesty. Even though that was not part of our agreement. Speaking of our agreement reminds me that there is one little matter about my house.
Also, I will allow you to help me in my foreign correspondence.
Very well, Your Majesty, but I don't think you understand. Your Majesty, I don't think you understand about my house.
House? House? What is this about house?
I want my house. The one you promised me, Your Majesty.
You shall live in palace. You teach in palace, you shall live in palace. You do not live in palace, you do not teach. You go wherever you please. I do not care. You understand this?
Yes, I understand this, but if these are the only conditions under which I...
Enough! I have no more time to talk. Talk to other women. My wives.
What are they trying to do to me?
They think you wear big skirts like that because you shaved like that.
Well, I'm not. Oh. love another man. If so, she will never see other man again. Poor child. Oh no, sir. She is foolish, child, to wish for another man when she has king. But you can't help wishing for a man. He's the man you want. It is strange for school teachers to talk so romantic.
Romantic? Oh, I suppose I am. I was very much in love with my late husband, Tom.
Tom.
Once a woman has loved like that, she understands all other women who are in love. She's on their side, too. Even if she is just a school teacher.
Tom. He was pretty in face.
Dear, yes. He was very pretty in face.
When I think of Tom, I think about a night when the earth smelled of summer and the sky was streaked with white, and the soft mist of England was sleeping on a hill. I remember this, and I always will. There are new lovers now on the same silent hill, looking on the same blue sea. And I know Tom and I are a part of them all, and they're all a part of Tom and me. Hello, young lovers, whoever you are. I hope your troubles are few. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I'm in love like you. Be brave, young lovers, and follow your star. Be brave and faithful and true. Cling very close to each other tonight. I'm in love like you. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You fly down the street on the chance that you'll meet, and you meet not really by chance. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All of my memories are happy tonight. I've had a love of my own. I've had a love of my own, like yours. I've had a love of my own.
The children, they come for presentment to school teacher.
This is all very interesting, Your Majesty, but it has not solved my problem.
Silence! You will stand here to meet royal children.
Very well, Your Majesty.
The royal princes and princesses. In my head are many facts of which I I was for certain. I was sure. Is a puzzlement. Shall I join with other nations in alliance? If allies are weak, am I not best alone? If allies are strong with power to protect me, might they not protect me out of all I own? Is a danger to be trusting one another? One will seldom want to do what other wishes. But unless someday somebody trusts somebody, there'll be nothing left on earth excepting fishes. There are times I almost think nobody's sure of what he absolutely knows. Everybody finds conclusion in conclusion he concluded long ago. And it puzzles me to learn that though a man may be in doubt of what he knows, very quickly will he fight, he'll fight to prove that what he does not know is so. Oh, sometimes I think that people going mad. Sometimes I think that people not so bad. But no matter what I think, I must go on living life as a leader of my kingdom. I must go on. Because to my children and husband, each wife, etc., and so on. If my Lord in heaven would show the way, every day I try to live another day. If my Lord in heaven would show the way, every day I do my best for one more day. What is a puzzle?
Please, please. Good morning, ladies, children.
Good morning, Mrs. Anna.
That's fine. Now take your places for class. You all know where you belong. Lady Jack, will you start?
Blue is the ocean. Red, Siam. Here is King of Siam. In right hand is weapon. Show how he destroy all who fight him. Black, Burma. Here is King of Burma. No clothes mean how poor is King of Burma.
Thank you, Lady Jack. Will you take my place? Now, class, the map you have been looking at is an old one. Today we have a surprise. Do we? The new map just arrived from England. It is a gift to us from His Majesty your King.
The Lord of Light.
Yes, the Lord of Light. Oui?
The white Siam.
Siam not so small.
Hush, Your Highness.
Wait, let me show you England. See, England is even smaller than Siam.
Now, for many years before I came here, Siam was to be just like that little white spot. Now that I've lived here for more than a year, I have met the people of Siam, and I'm beginning to understand them.
Do you like it, Mrs. Anna?
I like you very much indeed. It's a very ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that if you become a teacher, by your pupils you'll be taught. As a teacher I've been learning, you'll forgive me if I boast, but I've now become an expert on the subject I like most, getting to know you. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Getting to like you, getting to hope you like me. Getting to know you, putting it my way, but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I am with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Getting to like you, getting to hope you like me. Getting to know you, putting it my way, but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I'm with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all the youthful and new things I'm learning about you day by Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I'm with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I am with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. Well, this started out to be a lesson in geography. Now let's get back to work. Now, are there any questions?
What is that green up there?
That is called Norway. Norway.
Norway.
Norway is a very cold place. Sometimes it is so cold that the lakes and the rivers freeze, and the water becomes so hard that you can walk on it.
Walk on water?
Yes, walk on water. How is this possible? Hard water is not only hard, but very slippery too. And when people walk on it, they fall down and slide. Well, not only do the lakes and the rivers
raindrops turn into little stars.
Yes, Your Highness, some of them do look like stars. Small and white.
There is not a word of truth in it. I do not believe in such thing as snow. I do not believe Zion is so big.
And our country is so big. Zion, biggest country in the world.
Yes, Zion, biggest country in the world.
How can schoolroom be so unscientific?
Your Majesty, we had a little misunderstanding. I was describing snow to them, and they refused to believe there was such a thing.
Snow.
Snow
Ah, yes. From Mountain Tha.
from the sky.
From sky to Mountain Tha.
Sire, please, how does it come down from the sky?
Like this.
Thank you, sire.
I have seen pictures. Switzerland. Land all white with snow.
That's right, Your Majesty.
Who does not believe this?
After all, they've never seen
Never
it.
see. They will know only what they see while we have schoolroom. Rise. Getting back to your places in schoolroom. Do not ever let me hear of not believing schoolteacher, whom I have bring here at great expense. 20 pounds. Each month, 20 English pounds. Sterling! Children must learn. Teacher must teach. Not waste time instructing children in silly English song called Sweet House. To remind me of breaking promises I never made, etc., etc., etc.
Your Majesty, you did promise me a house, a brick residence adjoining the royal palace. Those were your words in your letter.
I do not remember such words.
I remember them.
I also remembering who is king here, I remind you, so you remember that. I do not know of any promises. I do not know anything except that you are my servant.
Oh, no, Your Majesty.
What? I say you are my servant.
No, Your Majesty, indeed, I am not your servant. Your Majesty, if you do not give me the house you have promised, I shall be forced to return to England.
No, I believe in snow.
Do not let her go away.
I let her do nothing that is not my pleasure. It's my pleasure to stay here. You stay here in palace. In palace.
No, Your Majesty.
I give you servant. I give you bigger room.
That is not the point, Your Majesty.
Dans papa. Why wish you to leave these children? All whom loving you so extraordinarily.
I do not wish to leave them. I love them too, quite extraordinarily. But I cannot remain in a country where a promise has no meaning.
I will hear no more about this promise.
A land where there is talk of honor and a wish for Siam to take a place among the modern nations of the world. A land where there is talk of great change, but where everything still remains according to the wishes of the king.
You will say no more. No more.
I will say no more, because I have no more to say. Louis?
So big a world. Siam very small. England very small. All people very small. No man big enough for to be alone. No man big enough. King. King different. King need no one. Nobody at all. I think.
Touch him! Where is Mrs. Anna?
She will not be with us ever again. She has quarreled with the king.
How can we
not with us. Mrs. Anna was our only friend.
We cannot be seen talking like this. Anyone can come in. Pretend you wait for her.
If only we could stop pretending. We kiss in a shadow. We hide from the moon. Our meetings are few and over too soon. We speak in a whisper, afraid to be heard. When the people are near, we speak not a word. Alone in our secret, together we sigh for one smiling day to be free, to kiss in the sunlight and say to the sky, behold and believe what you see. Behold how my lover loved me. When can we meet, Tim? When?
It is not possible. We cannot meet alone ever. Not ever. We speak in a whisper, afraid to be heard. When the people are near, we speak not a word.
Alone in our secret, together we sigh for one smiling day to be free. To kiss in the sunlight and say to the sky, behold and believe what begins to look as if people do not know when they are right or wrong, even after they have grown up.
I noticed that too.
Puzzling. When I left my father a little while ago, I heard him talking about himself. He seemed uncertain about many things.
I don't believe parents are very certain. They only talk as if they're certain.
There are times I almost think they are not sure of what they absolutely know.
I believe they are confused, practically to say good and long ago.
If my father and your mother are not sure of what they absolutely know, can you tell me why they fight?
They fight just because of what they do. Not know is so.
Sometimes I think that people are going mad.
Sometimes I think that people not so bad.
But no matter what I think, I must go on living life. And someday as a leader, I must go forward. Be father to my children, and husband to each wife, etc., etc., and so forth. If my Lord in heaven, Buddha, show the way, every day I try to live another day. If my Lord in heaven, Buddha, show the way, every day I do my best for one more day.
A punishment.
Mrs. Anna, will you go to King?
Now? Has he sent for me?
No, but he would be glad to see you. He is deeply wounded man. No one has ever spoken to him as you did today in schoolroom.
Lady Chang, no one has ever behaved to me as His Majesty did today in the schoolroom.
And there is more distressing thing. Our agents in Singapore have found letters to British government from certain people whose greedy eyes are on Siam. They describe King as barbarian and suggest making Siam protectorate.
This is outrageous. He may do many things I do not like, but he is not a barbarian.
Then you will help him.
You mean advise him?
It must not sound like advice. King cannot take advice. And if you go to him, he will not bring up subjects. You must bring it up.
I cannot go to him. It's against all my principles. Certainly not without his having asked for me.
He wished to be new blood king with Western ideas. But it is hard for him, Mrs. Anna. And there is something else. Princess Tuptim. I do not tell King this for his sake. This I will deal with in my own way. But for these other things, he needs help, Mrs. Anna.
He has you.
I am not equal to his special needs. He could be great man, but he needs special
tell him she is anxious to come. I will tell King it is she who needs him.
That also will be true. This woman knows many things. But this, I think she does not know. She's always so alone. Even him when he's gone. And tell him with his tongue, he's wonderful. He'll always be alone. Oh, he'll be alone. Oh, man who needs your love and peace. Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Your Majesty is reading the Bible.
Ah, Mrs. Anna. I think your Moses shall have been a fool.
Moses.
Moses, Moses, Moses. Here it stands written by him that the world was created in 6 days. You know, and I know that it took many ages to create a world. I think he shall have been a fool to have written so. What is your opinion?
Your Majesty, the Bible was not written by men of science, but by men of faith. It was their explanation of the miracle of creation, which is the same miracle, whether it took 6 days or many centuries.
Ha! You have come to apologize?
I'm sorry, Your
Good,
Majesty.
you apologize.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty, nothing has been said that can alter the fact that in my country, anyone who makes a promise must...
Silence! Tell me about President Lincoln of America. Shall Mr. Lincoln be winning this war he is fighting at present? Does he have enough guns and elephants for transporting slaves?
I don't think they have elephants in America, Your Majesty.
No elephants? Then I shall send him some. Write letter to Mr. Lincoln.
Now?
Now? When else? Now is always best time.
Very well, Your Majesty.
From Brahminomunga, by the blessing of the highest super agency of the world, of the whole universe, the King of Siam, sovereign of all tributary countries, the gentleman sent around in every direction, etc., etc., etc. You have no respect for me? Why do you stand over my head? I cannot stand all the time, and in this country, no one's head shall be higher than king. From now on in present, you shall so conduct yourself like all other subjects.
You mean on the floor? I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I shall try very hard not to let my head be higher than Your Majesty's. But I simply cannot grovel on the floor. I couldn't possibly work that way or think.
Oh. You are a very difficult woman. But you will observe care. The head shall never be higher than mine. If I sit, you shall sit. If I kneel, you shall kneel. Etc., etc., etc.
Very well, Your Majesty.
Is promise?
Is promised.
Good. in detail. Tonight my mind is on other matters. Very important matters.
Is there anything you'd like to discuss with me?
Why should I discuss important matters with woman?
Very well, then, Your Majesty. I will return to my room. May I say good night?
Good night.
Your Majesty,
What?
I was wondering, when the boat arrived from Singapore yesterday,
Singapore, ha!
was there any news from abroad?
News. Yes, there are news. They call me barbarian.
Who?
Certain parties would use this as an excuse to steal my country. Suppose you were Queen Victoria, and somebody tell you King of Siam is barbarian. Do you believe?
Well,
You will. You will believe I am barbarian because there is no one to speak otherwise.
But this is a lie.
It is a false lie.
What have you decided to do about it?
You guess.
Well, Your Majesty, if someone was sending a big lie about me to England, I believe I should do my very best to send the truth to England. Is this what you have decided to do, Your Majesty?
Yes. This is what I have decided to do. But how? You guess how I shall do this.
Well, Your Majesty, my guess would be that when Sir Edward Ramsay arrived,
Ramsay.
the British diplomat,
Ah, yes, on way from Singapore. When he is here, I will take opportunity of expressing my opinion of English thieves who wish to steal Siam. I shall show him who is barbarian. What is this face you put on?
well, Your Majesty, my guess is you will not fight with Sir Edward.
I will not.
No, Your Majesty. You will entertain him and his party in an especially grand manner. Then they will return to England and report to the Queen that you are not a barbarian.
Naturally. Naturally. This is what I shall have intended to do.
It is the only way to get the better of the British. Stand up to them. Put your best foot forward. That's an expression, Your Majesty. It means dress up in your best clothes. Show them your most intelligent men and most beautiful women. Edward admires beautiful women.
Edward. You call him this?
We are old friends. I knew him in Bombay before I was married.
Ah. But shall it be proper for British dignitaries to see my women with no shoes on their feet? Shall it be proper for them to put their best bare feet forward? No. So Ramsay will go back and tell Queen Victoria that I am barbarian. Why do you not think of this?
We shall dress them up. European fashion.
You mean dress them in dresses?
How many women can I have to sew for me?
All women in kingdom, how many dresses?
Well, that depends on how many ladies are chosen by your majesty.
You shall tell me which of my women are most like Europeans for dressing like they. Wake up! Wake up! I shall command Chinese artists to paint their faces very pale, and you shall educate them in European custom and manner for presentation.
I wonder how much time we shall have.
So Ramsay's gunboat last reported off Lun Tha. How long he takes depends on how many ports he called into. Let us say we have 1 week.
1 week? Your majesty, 1 week!
In this time, whole world was created. Are there any details I do not think of so far?
We must give them a fine dinner, a European dinner.
I was going to.
And a ball with music.
Music and dancing.
Yes, your majesty, dancing.
Why do you not think of
Oh,
dancing?
it's an inspired idea, your majesty. We can give them a play. Tufton has written a version of Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Ha! We shall give them theatrical performance. We shall show them who is barbarian. Line up, line up, line up. Ladies young, on Saturday next at 9 o'clock, post ready. We shall give fine dinner, European dinner. You are to instruct stewards during the week. You shall make eminent European dishes for tasting. I shall taste, and school teachers shall taste. You say who is most like European ladies for dressing like slaves. You are to make tablecloths of the finest white silk for very long tables. Also, instruct court musicians to learn music of Europe for dancing, etc. For the next week, the men and women of my kingdom will work without sleeping until all is ready. For what is not done, each man and woman shall be beaten 100 strokes. Everyone must the aid of your strength and your wisdom. And help us to prove to the visiting English that we're extraordinary and remarkable people. Help also Mrs. Anna to keep awake for scientific sewing of dresses, even though she be only a woman and a Christian, and therefore unworthy of your interest.
And also Miss Anna, to keep awake for scientific
Shall never be higher than life.
even though she be only a woman and a Christian, and therefore unworthy of your interest.
And Buddha, I promise you, I shall give this unworthy woman a house. A house of her own. A brick residence adjoining the royal palace, according to agreement, etc., etc.
And Buddha, I promise you I shall give this unworthy woman a house of her own, a brick residence adjoining the royal palace, according to agreement.
Ladies, everything ready? Lady Tian, what manner of costume is this? This is east and this is west.
Have too much work to do. Cannot you fashion swollen skirts?
Lady Tian, why don't we dress like this for British?
Whatever Mrs. Anna wants us to do is wise and good. But this is a puzzlement.
Lady Tian, here are the napkins for the dinner. Would you put them on the table?
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, ladies, let me look at you. Oh, very pretty. Now turn around and get ready for your curtsy. They have practically no undergarments.
Undergarments? Of what importance are undergarments at this time?
Of great importance.
You are wearing undergarments?
Of course, Your Majesty.
That a woman has no legs is useless to pretend. Wherefore then swollen skirt?
The wide skirt is symbolic. It is the circle within which a female is protected.
This is necessary. Englishmen are so aggressive, I did not know.
I said it was symbolic.
These undergarments, they're devised in symbolic and ornamental manner, yes?
Sometimes.
Ah. This is what you're going to wear.
Why, yes, Your Majesty. Do you like it?
This is what all other visiting ladies shall look like.
Most of them, I believe.
You are certain this is customary, etc., etc., etc.
Yes, I am certain it is customary. What is so extraordinary about bare shoulders? Why, your own lady...
Ah, yes, but it's different. They do not wear so many coverings up on other parts of body, and therefore
Therefore what?
is different.
I'm sorry, His Majesty does not approve.
I do not say I do not approve, but I do say
Your Majesty, the English, they are in power. Ladies, they will do nothing of the kind.
herewith shall be list of subjects you shall try to bring up for talk. On such subjects I am very brilliant, and will make great impression. You begin with mode.
Now, Your Majesty, remember that Corbright is the editor of the newspaper in Singapore.
give a good impression.
On the contrary, Your Majesty, I have never received so good an impression in so short a time. You have most attractive pupils, Honor.
Tomorrow you must speak by younger people. His Majesty's children.
Oh, I would be delighted. And how many children have you, Your Majesty?
77 now. But I'm not married very long. I can't expect me 3 more.
No problem about finding an heir to the throne now, is there? I suppose I should apologize for just wandering into this room. My party was ahead of me,
I'm so glad you decided to visit us. Well, to visit His Majesty, I mean, of course.
Well, actually, it was your postscript was Majesty's
Postscript?
His Majesty was very happy when you decided to accept his invitation. Were you not, Your Majesty?
I was happy.
Your Majesty, dinner is about to be served, but first present guests to you in the reception room.
Dinner, dinner, dinner.
You have met.
Your Excellency.
Anna, my dear, you are looking lovelier than ever.
Thank you, Edward.
Found a job, eh? People you can help, that's it, isn't it? Extraordinary how one becomes attached to people who need one. Hear that? We talked to that once, you know. Bombay. Still not?
Oh, not very often.
Oh, you should.
Edward, I think that we better...
Are you sure you don't ever get homesick?
No, Edward, I told you. I have nothing there. No one.
Anna, do you remember I once asked you to marry me? Before Tom came along.
Dear Edward.
Dancing after dinner.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm afraid I started talking over old times.
It was my impression Mrs. Anna would be of help for seating a guest at the dinner table.
Well, in that case, we had better be going in. Anna?
Yes. Better be going in, Anna.
His Majesty made a very interesting observation about Moses the other day. Why was it reading the Bible? Princess Toptil, dinner is over. King and his English guests are on way to Theatre Pavilion. Should you not be there to begin your play? King, I'll care to memorize my lines. I think not, Princess. I have seen you and Lun Tha together. I do not tell King. For his sake, I do not wish to hurt him. But your lover will leave Siam tonight. Tonight? Now go to the theater, Princess.
Touch him.
Turn back and look the other way. She said you will leave Siam tonight, but I do not believe her.
It is true, Tuck Tim. They have ordered me on the first ship that leaves for Burma, and it is tonight.
And what will we do?
You are coming with me.
I?
Secret police will all be at the theater. Meet me here after your play. Everything is arranged.
Cannot believe you are being reckless.
Yes, I will go. I must say goodbye to you now, Mrs. Anna.
Gracious. Anyone would think she never expected to see me again.
Mrs. Anna, we are leaving tonight.
Leaving? How?
Do not ask me how. It is better if you do not know. We will never forget you, Mrs. Anna. Never.
God bless you both.
I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You fly down the street on the chance that you'll meet, and you meet, not really by chance. Don't cry, young love.
The escape. Run, Eliza! Run, Eliza! Run, Simon! Oh, Eliza running and running to a rainstorm!
immensely.
This play did not succeed with me. It is immoral for kings to drown when pursuing slaves who deceive. Immoral, immoral. Tim shall know of my displeasure.
Your conversation at dinner was most amusing.
I was forced to laugh myself. I was so funny.
Her Majesty, Queen Victoria, will be very glad to know that we have come to such felicity of agreement about I am.
And very happy am I, Pharaoh. Very happy.
And now, with your permission, I shall take my leave. Goodbye, Anna, my dear. It's been lovely to see you again.
Goodbye, Edward. Well, Your Majesty,
It is all over.
may I remove my shawl? It's a very hot night. Your Majesty, I am so pleased about everything.
I am aware of your interest. I wish to say you have been of great help to me in this endeavor. I wish to make a gift. I have hope you will accept. Put it on, finger. Put it on, put it on.
Your Majesty, I do not know what to say.
When one does not know what to say, it is time to be silent. A white elephant was discovered in forests of India.
You regard that as a good omen, don't you?
Yes. Everything going well with us.
Everything going well with us.
Oh!
It is I, Your Majesty.
Wait, wait, wait! Come in, come in.
Your Majesty.
Well, well, well.
Secret police are here. They will make report to you.
You will wait here.
Secret police.
Finger shines.
Oh, yes, the king. Oh, I do not know what to say. Women in my country do not accept such gifts from men. Of course, he is the king, but actually it places me in a rather embarrassing position. But I was intending to ask him for a rise in salary, and now...
And now it will be difficult to ask.
Very. I don't suppose that you would ask him for me. About my rise in salary, I mean.
I think I shall do this for you. Because this is a strange world in which men and women can be very blind about things nearest to them.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I don't understand what you mean, but...
No, but does not matter. And I do not think you will rise your salary anyway.
Ah, good news and bad news come together. You will please stay up all night until we have further reports on item of top 10.
I had intended to do so, Your Majesty.
Perhaps I'd better go too.
No, no, no. I wish to talk with you.
Is there something wrong with Captain?
I do not know. Nor do I consider this the most important thing I must tell you. It is of greater interest that the English think highly of me. Secret police have served coffee after dinner and listen what they talk and report conversation to me.
You have been spying on your guests.
How else can you find the truth? It appears I have made excellent impression. It is clear they do not think me barbarian.
This is what you intended to prove.
What we intended to prove. Top Tim.
What about her?
She is missing from palace. Do you know something of this?
The last time I saw her, she was in the theater pavilion.
That is the last time anyone has seen her. She never speaks to you of running away.
Well, I knew she was unhappy.
Why unhappy? She is in Palace of King. What greater honor for young girl than to be in Palace of King?
Your Majesty has touched in his court. Shall she be punished?
Naturally. What would you do if you were king, like me?
Well, I believe I would give her a chance to explain. And I should try not to be too harsh.
Ah,
Your Majesty, of what interest to you is one girl like Top Tim? Well, she's just another woman. And the bowl of rice is just another bowl of rice, no different from
Now you understand about women. A British poet. Ha!
You have been reading poetry, Your Majesty.
Out of curiosity of a strange idea of love, etc., etc. I tell you, this poetry is nonsense. It is a silly complication of a pleasant simplicity. A woman is a female who's human. Designed for pleasing man, the human male. A human male is pleased by many women. And all the rest you hear is fairy tale.
Then tell me how this fairy tale began, sir. You cannot call it just a poet's trick. Explain to me why many men are faithful and true to one wife only.
They are sick. Naturally.
Why naturally?
Because it's natural. It's like old Siamese rhyme. A woman must be like a blossom with heart for just one man. A man must live like honey bee and gather all he can. Fly from blossom to blossom. A honey bee must be free. But blossom must not ever fly from bee to bee to bee.
You consider this sensible poetry, Your Majesty?
Certainly. But listen to this. From your own poet, Alfred Tennyson. Now folds the lily all her sweetness up, and slips into the bosom of the lake. So fold thyself, my dearest thou, and slip into my bosom. English girls are so acrobatic.
Your Majesty, I don't know if I could ever make it clear to you that we do not look on women as just human females. Well, take yourself, for instance. You are not just a human male.
I am king.
Exactly. So every man is a king and every woman a queen when they love one another.
This is sickly idea.
It's a beautiful idea, Your Majesty. We are brought up with it, of course, and a young girl is her first dance.
Young girls, they dance too. Like I see tonight, in arms of men, not their husbands.
Why, yes.
I would not permit.
Your Majesty is very exciting when you're young. You're seated on a small gilt chair, your eyes cast down, terrified that you'll be a wallflower. And suddenly you see 2 black shoes, a white waistcoat, a baby. It speaks.
We've just been introduced. I do not know you well, but when the music started, something drew me to your side. So many men and girls are in each other's arms. It made me think we might be similarly occupied. Shall we dance on a bright cloud of music? Shall we fly? Shall we dance? Shall we then say goodnight and mean goodbye? Or perchance, when the last little star has left the sky, shall we still be together with our arms around each other? And shall you be my new romance? On the clear understanding that this kind of thing can happen, shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance?
Why do you stop? You dance pretty. Go on, go on.
Your Majesty, I didn't realize. After all, in my country, a woman would not dance while a man was looking on.
But she will dance with strange man, holding hands, etc., etc.
Yes. You're not always a strange man, sometimes a very good friend.
Good. We dance together. You show me. You teach, you teach, you teach.
Well, it's quite simple, the polka. It just goes 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1.
Shall we dance?
1, 2, 3, and.
On a bright cloud of music, shall we fly?
1, 2, 3, and.
Shall we dance?
1, 2, 3, and.
Shall we then say goodnight and mean goodbye?
1, 2, 3, and. Or perchance. this is not right.
Oh, yes, this is exactly right.
No, no, no. It's not right. Not the way I see Europeans dancing tonight.
Oh, yes, it was. It was just like this.
No. We're not holding two hands like this.
Oh. No. As a matter of fact.
Was like this. No?
Yes.
Come.
Your Majesty,
Why did you burst through my door without waiting?
we have found her pin.
Where is she?
Secret police are questioning her.
Now that you're found, what do you do with her?
I will do what is usually done in such events.
And what is that?
When it happens, you will know.
Mrs. Donna! Mrs. Donna! Do not let them see me! Do not let them!
She was found on Chinese sailing ship. See, she wore the disguise of religious student.
Who gave you this robe? Ho!
Believe she was running away with man who bring her here from Burma.
Dishonor! Dishonor! Dishonor!
He not found on board.
Where is this man?
I do not know!
You will tell us where we will find him. You will tell us.
I do not know!
Believe you were lovers with this man.
I was not lovers with this man!
Dishonor! We will soon have the truth of this man. Boy,
Mrs. Donna! You hear me? Stop it!
it would be best if you understand at once that this matter does not concern you.
What it does? It does dreadfully. Not only because of her, but even more because of you.
You waste my time.
She's only a child. She was running away because she was unhappy. Can't you understand that? Your Majesty, I beg of you, don't throw away everything you've done. This girl has hurt your vanity. She didn't hurt your heart. You haven't got a heart. You've never loved anyone. You never will.
I show you. Give to me.
I cannot believe that you are going to do this dreadful thing.
You do not believe, eh? Maybe you will believe when you hear us screaming as you run down the hall.
I am not going to run down the hall. I am going to stand here and watch you.
Hold this girl. I do this all myself.
You are a barbarian.
Down, down, down. Am I king or am I not king? Talk of my own palace. Must I take orders from English school teacher?
Not all.
Silence! I am king as I was born to be. And so I am to be governed my way. Not the English way, not French way, not Chinese way. My way. Barbarian, you say. There is no barbarian worse than a weak king. I am strong king, you hear? Strong!
The man, the lover has been found. He is dead.
And I shall die his soon. Soon. I shall never understand you. Not you or your king. I shall never understand him.
You have destroyed him. You have destroyed King. He cannot be what he was before. You have taken all this away from him. You have destroyed him. You have destroyed King.
The very next boat that comes to the port of Bangkok, no matter where it is going, I shall be on it. Give this back to His Majesty.
I wish you had never come to Siam.
Oh, so do I. So do I.
Prime Minister told me you were here. I think Mrs. Anna and Louis have already left for the boat.
No, too long ago. Some of their boxes are still here. The servants said they would be back soon.
Mother, what is it with my father?
It is his heart. Also, for some time now, he does not seem to want to live.
Mother, I'm frightened. I am frightened because I love my father. And because if he dies, I shall become king. And I do not know how to lead.
Many men learn this after they become king.
I have been thinking much on things Mrs. Anna used to tell us in classroom. Of slavery. And I think also what she has said of religion. And how it is a good and noble concern that each man find for himself that which is right and that which is wrong.
These are good things to remember, my son. And it will be good to remember the one who taught them.
Shoot along, Corn. Lady Chiang, how nice of you to come to say goodbye. I was down at the ship seeing that all of our boxes were on. Captain Orton must sail with the tide.
Mrs. Anna, I do not come only to say goodbye. I come for one who must see. You must come to him, Mrs. Anna. When he heard that you were sailing, he thought it to write this letter. All day he has been writing. It was very difficult for him, Mother. Very difficult. He has commanded that I bring it to you.
Please to read it to all of us. I would like to hear what my father has said.
While I am lying here, I think perhaps I die. This heart, which you say I have not got, is a matter of concern. It occurs to me that there shall be nothing wrong that men shall die. For all that shall matter about man is that he shall have tried his utmost best. But I do not wish to die without saying this gratitude, etc., etc. I think it is strange that a woman shall have been most earnest help of all. But, Mrs. Anna, you must remember that you have been a very difficult woman, and much more difficult than generality.
I must go to him. I will see if he is awake. I will tell him you are coming.
Mother, I thought you and the king were great enemies with each other.
We were.
Now he's not. Does that make you better friends?
I suppose so. We can't hurt each other anymore.
I did not know he hurt you.
When two people are as different as we are, they're almost bound to hurt each other.
He always frightened me.
Oh, I wish you could have known him better, Louis. You could have been great friends. In some ways, he was just as young as you.
Was he as good a king as he could have been?
Louis, I don't know if any man has ever been as good a king as he could have been. But this one tried. He tried very hard.
You really like him, don't you, Mother?
Yes, you. I like him very much. Very much indeed.
Many months. Many months I do not see you, Mrs. Anna. And now I die.
Oh, no, Your Majesty.
This is not scientific, Mrs. Anna. I know if I die or I do not die. You are leaving Siam?
Yes,
When?
very soon. In fact, I can stay only a few minutes more.
You are glad of this? People of Siam, royal children, etc., are not glad, and are in great affliction of your departure.
I shall miss them.
You shall miss them, but you shall be leaving. I too shall be leaving, but I am not walking onto a boat. My own feet, of my own free will. I am just leaving. Why is your head above mine? I'm not afraid of that which is happening to me. You teach Chulalongkorn. Chulalongkorn teach me. Make believe you brave. Is good idea. Always.
You are brave, Your Majesty. You are very brave.
Here's something belonging to you. Put it on. Put it on, put it on, put it on. Please, wear it always. Ah, my children, tell them to come here. Good evening, my children.
Good evening, my father. Please,
Hush, children. Did you come to see your father or Mrs. Arnold?
It's all right, Lady Tian. It is suitable. Was it not said to me that someone had written farewell letter to Mrs. Anna?
Princess Yiyana has composed letter to Mrs. Arnold. She cannot write. She only make up words.
Speak letter now. Say, say, say.
dear friend and teacher, my goodness gracious, do not go away. We are in great need of you. We are like one blind. Do not let us fall down in darkness. Continue good and sincere concern for us and lead us in right road. Your loving pupil, Princess Yingjiaoba.
Hush, children. When you are afraid, make believe you brave. You tell them how you do. Sit, sit, sit. Like you do in schoolroom. You teach them that it be last thing you teach.
Tell us, Mrs. Anna.
What to do when afraid?
You teach us. Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy. Louis, please go down to the ship and tell Captain Orton to take all of our boxes off and to put everything back into our house.
There's no reason for doing of this demonstration. For school teacher realizing her duty, for which I pay her exorbitant monthly salary of £25 per take notes. You take notes from next king. Well, well, well. Suppose you are king. Is there nothing you would do?
I would make proclamations.
Yes. Yes.
First, I would proclaim for coming New Year, fireworks, and also boat races.
Boat races? Why do you have boat races with New Year's celebration?
I like boat races. And Father, I would make second proclamation.
Well, go on. What is second proclamation? Make it, make it.
Regarding custom of bowing to king in fashion of lowly toad. I do not believe this is good thing, causing embarrassing fatigue of body, degrading experience for soul, etc., etc., etc. This is bad thing, I believe. You are angry with me, my father.
Why do you ask question? You are king. You are king. You do not ask question of sick man, nor of woman. This proclamation against bowing, I believe to be your fault.
Oh, I hope so, Your Majesty. I do hope so.
Up! Rise up!
Two lines, like soldiers. It has been said that there shall be no bowing or showing respect of king. It has been said by one who has been trained for royal government.
No bowing like toad. No crouching, no crawling. This does not mean, however, that you do not show respect for king. You will stand with shoulders square back and chin high, like this. You will bow to me, the gentleman, in this way, only bending the waist.